Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. Join us in our campaign and shenanigans as we explore the subterranean labyrinths, plunder hordes of treasure, battle legendary monsters. This podcast will be following our gaming group and the adventures of these characters, as well as a few guests from time to time. Join us as we start a new campaign and our journey to experience the best, and maybe the worst, in the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
Hi, this is Kellie, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to the adventures of Circus Chimera. So you're trying to, as you're walking from the castle to the actual wagon, you're trying to like take in the scene.
Exactly. I want to see if we see any signs that he may have been waylaid, abducted.
So as you're looking around, you can't really tell because the problem is that whole crowd left the castle last night and like stampeded like wild water buffalo, you know. So you're not really picking up any spot where it looks like something may have happened.
Okay. How about yeah?
And the cleric's making this weird noise as he's magically checking the wagon.
He sounds like Mako from Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
That
was after the hash.
How to do detecting of the magic?
So do you have the ability?
I have the ability.
You have the spell?
I have spell.
You have spell? So you will wiggle your fingers and say the magic
No,
chant,
shaman
brandish
already
your
done.
magical item,
Detect magic.
and you will use the spell Detect Magic, which Jocelyne is kind enough to be getting out for you right now.
Because I love you.
Yes.
We're out of tune if we
Yeah,
are.
you're just doing it wrong.
Where are the spells? Spells.
Jim, what page?
I'm in the spells now. Sensors
It's
going
alphabetical. D is at the beginning.
Resistance, plane shift,
Plane shift's great for putting
major
magic together.
image, haste,
Haste, we're almost there.
gooseberry,
Good
goodberry.
berries.
You're a gooseberry.
Gooseberry jam.
Feel like one.
Don't you
Dream,
know?
Dispel magic and
It's
oh my god, really? How many D's are there?
all the D's.
Detect magic
There's your
is
spell.
right here, sir. If you
So
would-
you will wiggle your
Unless
fingers,
you want
say
me to
the
read it for you.
words, brandish your holy
I read
symbol.
the whole thing.
You can if you
Just
want.
read. You can read the description for everybody who's.
For the duration, why am I doing that?
I don't know.
Why are you becoming this man when you're supposed to be the Irish?
No, he was denied the Irish.
He was going.
I think I was told to doing the Russian. Russian is
No,
actually
I
like
think you were
inconsistent.
doing German.
He was doing this at German. He was
I
singing.
don't know German.
We're just gonna roll with it. Just do you.
International House of Dungeons and Dragons.
You know
International
just
House of
identity.
Tongues.
There's a spell called that too.
He's having an identity crisis.
Yes.
Who do I want to be today?
He's
This
he's
is a
feeling the
problem I
Holy
have.
Spirit and speaking in tongues.
That could be happening.
For the duration,
Um,
you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn a school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, ooh la la,
My goodness.
but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Makes you think that magic's like radiation.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
is.
feel like a microwave.
So you do
Need popcorn?
the spell, and you wave your holy symbol past your eyes, and now you
You
see
don't have to
in
roll
magic.
anything.
Okay.
And as you look, you're looking the card over just to make sure, because you're expecting some foul marker or beacon to be placed there, and you are actually pleasantly surprised that there seems to be no magical enchantments on the wagon.
Well, considering how there should be because of the gnome.
Yes.
Didn't he?
Does that mean
He didn't. He might have, but he.
He doesn't have anything that you think would last that long.
or the rotten in lead?
That would be very bad.
Very heavy.
So you believe you don't see that there's any enchantments put on the wagon.
Am I looking around? Do I see anything at all?
You look around and there's a strange blue flashing in the distance.
Oh, it's a will-o'-the-wisp.
And as you look around, all of a sudden you catch a glance of, because you have your magic on, somebody that was nonchalantly heading towards the castle from the back direction. Seems to be like one of the workers. Immediately, though, under their cloak, because they've got the cowl pulled up over their head and the cloak pulled over, you see a glowing shape under the cloak. That they're carrying something that's radiating magic.
Yeah, because that's so common.
I mean,
And it seems to be illusionary magic, which used to stare long enough.
you have to. Not sure. I'm in the castle.
Yes.
She's having breakfast. She's your partner checking out the wagon of who messing with shit.
I'm playing Muppet in the kitchen right now.
Whoever that person is in the cloak is concealing something of magical nature.
Do they look like a guard? Do they look what type of?
Immediately, when he points the person out of the cloak, you go, "What person?" Because your passive perception is not sufficient to see the person in the cloak, as they were stealthing past you guys into the little loose groups of people going into the castle for the morning duties.
Do I just?
Okay.
If you would like, both
would
of you
like
give
to
me
do
a
an act.
perception. It's only because he was looking for magic, and he's like, "Whoa, road flare in this person."
I don't see him.
Oh.
Oh no!
What did you roll?
You roll a 4.
Hell, you practically blinded yourself. It's
Over
because
there!
it's because you got the magical mojo eyes going on. You're like unable to perceive.
Yeah.
You're
Looks at the
doing
sun.
the wafty like you're dead in World of Warcraft, so everything's all wafty and wavy except magical
And
items.
gray and
Yeah, and blurred
I
out.
run into a tree face first.
So basically, you're able to point out to her that there was someone.
we've all done it.
Someone in a cloak
Yes.
that had something magical, but you didn't recognize the features of the person enough because they got the whole cowl up there intentionally.
And also, I'm
incognito.
looking at the magic item. Not
You're looking at the
person.
glowing outline.
And
under
I'm
the
like
robe.
going, what? Where?
I just want to see what this.
And
guy's
you
does.
see the staff. You're just saying, the workers coming into the castle. A couple of the sheriff's deputies.
Great. Not
One of the
like it.
sheriff's
Oh, my.
wenches.
Oh.
I mean, the local nice girls that are now wenches because of their association with them.
Oh, the wench.
Yeah.
So,
He
Don't
doesn't pay
wench
for his
shame,
behavior.
okay?
yeah, there's no
No,
wench
no.
shaming. They're going into the castle, not out of the castle.
That's
Well, he's still going, remember? We owes that bastard.
Oh no, we don't like him. We're taking him downtown.
So you pretty much aren't. Someone went into the castle with something magical, but they were really good in the stealth, which they were because I rolled them earlier. So you guys are heading back to discuss what the plan for the day is going
I'm
to be.
just like quarter-staffing my way up because my eyes are.
Well, you can see you're just Captain Oblivious. This poor guy's like magic blind right now. There must be like residual magical rays, so he's seeing diamonds in his eyes right now. Like, please tell me that's on camera.
Hold on.
There we go.
Could you see the eyes actually go? Womp,
Yes, you could.
womp.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you guys basically are all back in the kitchen. Of course, obviously you haven't eaten enough because they're offering you more food, especially since you're making this one of the best mornings for the kitchen staff this whole year.
And I'd like to point out that even being blind, I did not make a very unfortunate mistake of misidentifying a privy.
That's good.
That's very
Everyone
good.
Very
appreciates
good.
Yes.
that.
Super good.
Yes.
Super green.
Super good.
Which is totally all about
So as you were at the table as a group discussing what the plan is, what is the plan?
Well,
Fine Stan.
I don't think his name was Stan.
What's the plan, Stan?
His name was Melvin,
Melvin
Yes,
Magister.
the maester, but our cleric called him Stan for short.
Perhaps
Because gnome names are hard.
Yes.
So hard.
Orc tongues are not
Keep
good.
calling them gnome names. Gnome names.
Want a cake with ganache?
Remember that one area where I found in the city, just outside the castle, in the town, there was where the guards were shacked up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
The building with the bad roof.
Yeah. I'm thinking...
Uh-oh, we may have to take Jocelyne, look this way. Look this way. Look this way. We haven't started waving yet. I'm going to take this as a quick break to go to the restroom. You feel free to take the time to compose yourself.
Because her face is turning as red as her shirt.
Why do I have abs?
Breathe.
I heard.
See, I guess laughter is the best medicine.
Oh my god. No.
What was that?
Oh my god. Lisa would like to know how red you all can make me.
Well,
No. No. Very red. Red to death. So red. No. No, I'm not looking at you. No. What? No.
Jocelyne.
No.
wait.
Castle.
Breathe. We can't make you laugh with no oxygen.
Oh my god.
Well, actually, we can, but then it kind of turns into a purple.
Oh my god.
And then to a blue.
And then death. Oh my god.
I mean, I have spare death.
Cake!
And cake or death.
I have spare the dying.
Cake or death.
I will take cake.
Death.
Death by cake.
You. I said death. Death. I said death.
We're out of cake now. I never changed my mind. I want cake. Nope, sorry, we're out of cake.
Well, it's too bad. We're out of cake. You said death.
Oh, God, I love that Eastern.
I love it.
Cake or death. Cake or death.
And ladies and gentlemen, ne'er-do-wells and children who shouldn't be watching this. This is normally edited out on the Creatively podcast, but you're live on Facebook.
So you get us raw and unedited.
Yay!
About the raw.
Yes.
Or is
and
that wrong?
Bigger, badder, raw, and uncut.
No, that's rules as written.
Rules
That's what the D&D people call raw. Rules as written.
Oh. We're like not raw in that way necessarily.
No.
Yeah.
We're the kind of gamers, at least I know I am, that if you tell me yes, I believe you, and if you tell me no, I do not harass you. Because you're the DM.
My sword glows blue in the presence of a rules lawyer.
You're not a rules lawyer, you're a rules stenographer.
I am a rules stenographer. That's nice. That's what I do.
You take it in shorthand.
Mm-hmm.
Fortner.
6 fingers only.
Fortner.
Fortner. I did Fortner.
Okay, so I'm assuming you guys discussed your plan of what the plan is?
No, I freaking
they-
nearly died from laughter is what happened.
Someone get this woman's spirits.
Oh my god.
She's drinking spirit.
She's drinking a light stuff. I know how she can drink.
Alright, so, as I was saying before we were hilarity ensued, I was going to pop on over to that one
That one house that the
and
guards
see
took
if
over.
perhaps he's being held there.
Excellent plan.
And then maybe you guys can search the castle.
Mm.
The dungeons.
Yes. Yes, we
The
should search
Bastille.
the dungeons, madame.
Yes.
Why search the dungeons? Look for Broom calls it.
Oh,
He's not a big personality.
he's a big personality. He's just a tiny person.
Right, he's compact
Yes.
But there's a lot in there. There's
Yes.
a lot going
He's
on.
compacted awesome.
Yes,
What? No, I mean, they could have him in a bucket
I said
in the dungeon.
I said there wasn't a big personality, not that there wasn't a lot of it.
Okay.
I mean,
So you guys are basically gonna
Physically.
split up and all go in different directions searching?
That's right, we are splitting the party.
Two.
Oh,
Okay,
two.
2 and 2.
I think that I like that plan a lot
Susan,
better.
who will be going with me?
Until
Do you
we
want to
know
see your
what happened,
girlfriend?
what illusionist, I don't think we should ever be alone.
Right.
True.
So you've got investigation.
Yes.
And Lisa says, "Do not split the party."
Don't you know? You never split the party.
I could have had a 4-way split.
No, we are too paranoid for your tricks. So I have athletics,
Oh.
but I'm not very sneaky.
I have athletics too.
I do have dex, so I
Well, remember,
probably
you can always be the lookout.
I'll
Not
be the
have to be
lookout.
sneaky. I mean, you can just be the
You
like.
can create a destruction for
that
me.
I could definitely do.
You could be the.
Singing in the street.
Yeah, the guardhouse, I should go with it because I felt the intimidation thing going down.
Well, it's not a guardhouse, correct? It's
Well,
just
no, it's
a.
just a shack. One of the
it
houses
is a
they took over.
crash pad.
They kind of kicked in the door and said, "We're living here now. You're not." And they threw the people out to the streets.
All right,
At
Violet.
least we run into one of the guards. I think I should be.
Hopefully we do, and it runs face first into a feast.
And also, Violet, you can cause a distraction with like some strong woman stunts.
Voilà,
Infiltrate.
infiltrate.
Yes, there. Voila.
Yes,
I'll go
Et
with
voilà.
our cleric, and we shall investigate because we are very serious people
Yes. Of
and
course.
completely trustworthy.
Yes. I will not swindle any of the rich braggarts.
No, not us.
Well, you're just basically slowly going through all the closets and
Yes.
places and
Yeah.
checking out, going, Gnome, Gnome, are you there? Are you there?
I mean, I took
If you
gnomish
speak-
in school,
There's
so
no
Oh.
place like home. That's all right. I know resist.
Okay, so obviously the rogue knows exactly where to lead Violet
We're
with her.
trying to hang with our gnomies. Oh, look! You have a gnome in your thing!
Pesty, pixie pestinomi.
Gnome powered by gnome! I'm gonna die!
Wait. Is it gnomes underneath kicking the belt?
Oh.
We run! We are like hamsters!
Okay, so
What do you feed them?
Sled.
Sweat bits?
gnomes live on thread bits and bugs.
yes,
It
yes.
makes their hats taller.
So
Yes.
as you two
Pointy.
are going to start slowly, politely, discreetly checking the castle
Yeah,
out,
we're gonna
Yeah.
take a tour and
you find out that there's a cat in the castle.
right?
So should be, there's
Castle.
rodents.
We're going to be very performative
Okay.
as we're performers.
So you're acting like silly performers, busting through the halls, so to
Right,
speak.
we're just making friends, checking things out, singing songs,
As you do.
as you do.
Being obnoxiously obscure.
And with a 21.
You know, when you're obnoxious enough, people start looking away instinctively.
Yes.
Do I roll for this?
Oh, you can, or you can just go with her roll.
I'll go with hers.
Okay.
Right,
These
I'm
gray
going
guys do not
to
like me.
I'm going to also practice some lines from the ancient Elven classic, the wonderful theatrical piece beloved mostly by elves who are 1,000 years old or older. The two brothers of Gavangavorn and the axe of mighty felling. It is a very intense piece with 3 to 4 page long monologues in, of course, rhyming couplets.
As long as
Iambic
it's,
pentameter.
Get downtown.
as long as it's not homoerotica supernatural style fanfic.
Why not?
God.
It is not that thing.
Not yet. It all depends on how you're telling it.
Okay, so you guys are going through and politely like, oops, sorry, as the door
Yes.
opens up and you're bumbling it on people. You're just being ridiculously
And
enjoyable.
if anyone
I'm
asks us,
flapping my fan with the cat's eyes on it.
it's because we're practicing the
Exactly,
Brothers of
and
Gabor
people
Gabor.
are accepting this completely, and they're actually smiling when they see you guys going
Yeah,
through the halls.
no, some people
Except
really.
when you come to one door that you think, from what the rogue told you, this is the sheriff's room, and it's locked really well. Let's put it this way: when you grab the knob and try to turn the ringlet to open the door, the ringlet doesn't turn, and there's like 6 security devices inside the door that you feel that are holding it locked.
All right, so the axe of felling is probably not in that room, or if it is, we're not getting to it.
No, you needed to get into that room.
So while you guys are going up and down the stairs checking things, and by the way, the dungeon of the keep is, by the way, open. Because it's actually just used as dry goods storage. It's not like it's actually been forced to be locked up there. Usually it's forced doing double shifts of labor for crimes here in town. If you're under doubles in the fields or whatnot. Or you're doing free labor for the community, for the old widow or something.
Oh, that's nice.
Not many people actually get locked up in the dungeon. Well, who knows where the sheriff locks people up.
That's why I'm thinking it might be offstage.
So Rogue, as Eve, what kind of distraction are you giving the rogue as she's sneaking into the building? Or on top of the building? Are you just standing there and lounging about, or are you doing something impressive?
Oh no, I have gripped the lace of my dress by making a strong man.
Just picking things up and juggling them, I guess. Not juggling them, because I don't have that dexterity, but...
Well, you can do it from a strongman point of view. You're doing the Gaston thing. I am strong like a half-orc, and I'm mighty like half-orc. I even lift barrels with one arm like half-orc. That's as close as a Gaston singing I can do.
He's especially good at extractorating.
But he wasn't, like, intelligent enough to find.
My would take guy.
That's why he had a sidekick. That's why you have toadies. So you're basically out there doing just enough of a distraction. People are looking just at you as they're walking by. Of course, they're smiling because they know you guys. So that'll give the rogue an advantage on her stealth roll as she's climbing up the building like a cat.
Woohoo!
Especially since she knows there's that soft spot in the roof not to walk.
Exactly. I do. I remember that.
Unless you get double ones.
Nope. But hold it. Is this acrobats or is this
This would
athletics?
be athletics.
Is this okay? All right. That's an 18.
An 18, you easily shimmy up the rain gutter. You climb the rain barrel, climb up the roof, and you're peeking through the roof. And you, of course, you know where there's spots where the thatching is bad, and you can see right in. You look through there, and you notice that 2 of the guards are dead to the world asleep. They look like they're still wearing their clothes from yesterday. They look like they just dragged themselves in and plopped into beds.
No.
Didn't even take off their sword belts or anything. They just crashed hard.
Ooh,
Like
what
they
a
were
way to
up
sum it.
late doing something.
Yeah.
And you also notice
good.
that 2 of the horses, rather than over at the barn, are actually still tied up outside the house. Still with barding on and saddle. Like, so someone's just like,
Pigs didn't eat
Are the legs of
Yes.
the horses is really muddy or dirty?
they actually are.
I wonder if he's at the mine.
Yeah.
The mine. I mean, I could
Let's
definitely
see.
practice the famous Elven epic, The Two Brothers of Gabor and and the axe of felling at the mine. Solid cover story.
Wouldn't that be the pick of rock felling?
with
That's
my
the sequel. The pick of intimidation and temporal disturbance. These Elven epics, like, pithy, they are not.
I don't know.
It's
There's
because
like,
they're so long-lived, you just go into like 17 choruses.
Yeah, well, it's why you need the 4-page monologues.
I'm like, if I roll perception or insight or something to see whether or not
Insight would give you insight into what their appearance, and perception to see something that you could see.
Okay.
What would you like to roll? How about that?
I would like to roll.
Cake will roll at
Let's
D20.
see. Yeah.
Kate has a sweep attack that hits everything to the rear of him for 1d8
I'm
damage.
gonna roll perception and
You know, I miss-
see.
You know, 4th edition had those attacks. I'm just saying.
He rolled a 7.
I am going to roll perception and see if there's anything here that would indicate where the gnome might be. I mean, I already think that the gnome might be at the mine because of the horses and the fact that these guys are so tired, which means they were up all night and they were riding.
Right.
And the only place that we know about that hasn't been, investigated that we know is off-site, and that they're trying to control is the mine.
It's interesting that you
So-
see the only place you know about. So there's other places out there. I'm hearing.
Well,
There certainly
I
could
don't
be.
know.
We haven't gotten a lot of informations from our GM.
Okay, that would be a 16.
16. You get your little dagger out and you kind of make the peephole bigger so you can live through. Obviously, if there's going to be rain, these guys are going to get soaking wet. in
Good!
sleep.
I'm going to poke one over each of the beds. Just
And-
because I'm...
And as you look at them, you're wondering, why are there horses outside? You kind of like look at the edge. And
they didn't properly take care of them.
Exactly. And you're like, well, why would these guys have come home so tired, so late? And then you look and you realize that their boots, that they just barely shrugged off coming in. Like, you could see the boots like dragged in the room and dropped where they were. These guys were like half dead asleep, tired when they came in. They failed their con roll. And their boots have mud on them.
I'm thinking they must be the man.
There's certainly something interesting at the mine.
And you do pick out that one of them looks like on their belt, a scrap of fabric that could have been from the gnome's clothes. It could have been. It could be you're seeing too
I'm
much
gonna
into it.
sneak in and try and take it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a
Because
stealth roll as your sneak.
Friendship, no, material goods come and go. Bonds of friendship last forever.
Stealth inspiration.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so you do have advantage, by the way, because they are dead to the world, tired. And the people outside are being distracted right now by the mighty feats of strength. Especially when she picks up the barrel of horse water and drinks out of it with one hand.
That would be a 17.
Okay, so you've opened the shutters and you're creeping in the room and you see these two guards on the 4 beds that are here. 2 of them are just dead to the world, face planted into their pillows. They're dead asleep.
Okay.
Sword belt's still on. One's like face up, the other's face down. Exactly. The roar of snoring is going on.
Cake's looking at me like, what are you doing?
The stench of unwashed men flesh.
Oh.
Especially to your fine elven senses.
Yes, I'm half elven, but
Still.
Oof,
No, we bathe.
yes.
We bathe in our camp. On
Regularly.
the regular. Oh my goodness.
Like in front of everyone. It's a great show.
Also, the gnome is a mage and he has prestidigitation and he can clean anything.
That's true.
Mhm.
We're definitely missing that right now.
Yes.
So you're snuck in the room. You're basically in there. You're like all sitting all creepy, stealthy. They're asleep. You're stealth.
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to steal the...
Okay, you go over to the one guard's belt. Looks like right about arm level, like if you were carrying the package, that there's a bit of stray thread that you think may have been the gnome's clothing.
Okay.
So you
I'm going to steal it.
just taking the fabric.
He's
Yes.
taking his fishy treats.
So you have the fabric. Are you going to leave?
Yes.
Okay. You're stealthily
Unless
leaving.
I see anything. I'm
Well,
going to do perception first.
Okay.
That would be a 15.
You see something in one of the boots on the floor.
In the boot?
In the boot.
Okay, I'm
The
going
boot.
to root
In
through
the
the boot.
Okay.
Do something
You pick up the boot and you are assailed by the musk
Ugh.
coming from the boot.
Vile,
my
vile.
God.
food.
Obviously,
Smells
someone
like
was riding
Parmesan.
hard all night with
Hold on,
these
hold on.
boots on. And inside you see parchment, like someone was keeping a note in their boot.
I'm going to take a look at it.
So you pull out the parchment, and it seems to be a crude map.
Does it say man
It has an X in it, and it has a little trail leading off.
from the town?
It looks like it might be from the town.
I'm going to take the note.
Give me an investigation roll.
Investigation.
Yes. How many
I'm
maps
using-
have you looked at in your life?
I'm going to use my information. Good thing I used my amplification. I got a 5.
It is a map.
It is a map.
It is
I
a
am
map.
taking the map.
Just in case. You never know. It's a map. They clearly wanted to keep it.
May have been a map where he keeps his spare socks.
Still, he clearly needs
Only
spare
love
socks.
spare socks.
Obviously, you're still busy going from the smell of the boot and the map that smells like the boots
Oh, God.
to be able to properly disdain.
Imagine it is fine quality cheese.
Oh, my God.
Discard cheese.
Never eat cheese again, Cody. That's right.
Hey, it's alright. There's a dumpster outside my work that, I kid you not, smells like the best Parmesan cheese ever.
Oh God.
But I know it's the dumpster, and it makes me upset every time.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's right outside the
So
football
you
stadium.
are you sneaking out and signaling your fighter
Yes.
to join you?
As
Shall
a
you-
strong woman.
Shall you head back to?
I know. No.
Were you right?
What I will do? No. I will dive off the building so it gives me promise for if anybody saw me, and she will catch me.
Oh la la.
You could even roll an acrobatics and land on her shoulders.
Exactly.
Okay.
I will do this, and hopefully I will not fail.
And then she breaks the fighter's neck.
I got a 16.
Okay, all of a sudden, fighter, you're doing some strong woman stuff, and all of a sudden, whoom, she gymnastically lands on your shoulders.
Hold it. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
It's like tuck and roll.
And you look up at her, and I'm assuming she's giving you the wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Let's head back to the castle.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
So as you two are walking,
Performance is over.
as you two are walking back to the castle, obviously performer style, you must be riding on her shoulders,
Nope, now
Yeah,
it's a
we're
wheelbarrow.
doing.
almost like Septivet.
Oh.
Not that talented.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, we aspire to be like Cirque du Bets.
Because they're awesome. I just had to throw that out there.
Oh, we love them.
That's too bad.
As you guys are heading back, camera of course montages back into the castle. You guys are doing this whole, montage of opening door, upside,
Sleeping cat
upside.
fan.
You guys have gone through most of the castle by the time they're returning, and you've checked the dungeons and realized that the dungeons are just dry goods storage.
Did I find a sausage?
Oh yeah, there's a couple summer sausages hanging up seasoning. Do they not last any through the summer?
Not one of them.
They just barely survive the winter until they're
It
ready
might
to
have
go.
a bite taken.
Oh.
Right in the middle.
Oh yes. Actually, vertically along one half of the sausage.
Is this sausage or corn?
Well, it didn't matter at the time. It was good.
So as you guys are basically searching the castle, you are fairly certain, with your great roll that you rolled for checking the place out, that the gnome is not in the castle.
Okay. That or he's been made very, very small.
Which is unlikely.
And you do, by the way, at one point notice that when you're going through the first floor of the castle, you recognize, especially since you have the relationship, your friend, the bard, is there.
Oh, really?
And she's just in the common area. She kind of has a cloak pulled up, but of course you recognize.
She must have been the one with the magic powder.
Yeah, shush. It's not like his one saw anything. He couldn't make out his magical thing.
I'm sleeping with the enemy.
And she's just sitting there, just like
Consorts have been known to change sides for love.
Well, that is she's just very well equipped.
Has she
Oh.
seen me?
Well, you know she has the magical lute. You've seen her play the magical lute
Yeah,
that causes
so
the
that
illusions.
Has she
So
seen
then
me?
maybe
She has not seen you. She is very quietly. You can see she's got playing cards in her lute, so it doesn't make sound, but it can play, so she can practice.
Oh.
So she's practicing her finger
or
work.
practice.
Oh.
Practicing her finger work.
Yeah, it's a magical lute. She could also be weaving an illusion.
Apparently, she used one to get in without us seeing her.
Oh no, she
You're
just
not
rolled a
here.
really
Wait,
good
you're
spell.
here. You're here.
Yeah, he's with
I'm
you.
here. I'm queer.
He just didn't.
Get
He
used to
just,
it.
he just didn't realize who he was looking at before.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah. No. Oh wait, are we doing that?
Are we doing?
Seriously, the one with the shortest hair at the room is having a problem pulling his hair out.
I had it up in a bun. We're here. We're queer. Lion.
Hey, it's the two
Oh wait, I'm a ram.
Here! Aries!
I'm confused.
Aries unite!
Wait, do you dodge it or do you ram it?
It's really hard.
Yeah?
What's hard?
He's not the one with the shortest hair in the room. I am.
That's true. That's true.
You're in the vestigial room.
Vestigial room. That's terrible.
It's like the room, but we can't use your real estate.
So I'm going to lean into my partner and whisper quietly into his ear.
Ooh.
In a sort of mysterious circumstance, and I am paranoid.
Wait, did I see like lack of definition because of the cloak?
You saw that it was a cloaked, generico cloak figure. One of dozens of cloaks that probably belong in this community.
I'm going
It
to
is the
roll
common
perception to see if I can tell if she's,
Or how about an insight?
an insight. Sure. Do I get any advantage since I screwed her brains out all night?
Well, she's doing something different than Ben, so not really. But, okay. For the low price of 1 inspiration chip, you do.
You too can roll 2 dice.
Yeah.
You too can 2 fists.
I would do anything for the other members of my troop. No, creativity. Oh,
You can't get one on the one you spend it on.
no,
though,
no.
but
I'm
that's
just
really
like
cool.
looking to see if there's anything that relates. Okay. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I got a 9.
I'm just a girl.
A 9 insight.
You are just
I auditioned once.
immediately.
for that
You get kind of like the sparkly eyes that she's
I
here
can't say
because
no
you
to a
can
pretty face.
because you get to see her so soon. You weren't thinking you get to see
You
her this early.
always say, come
Obviously,
on, let's go.
With your 9, you think she came here to see you.
I should go talk to her.
You should.
I should definitely
Because,
go talk to her.
obviously she came here so she'd run into you, I'm
When
sure.
a
Wait,
person tries to kiss
Yes.
a
Do
girl.
I roll? Well, might I roll insight first?
Sure. You might be good at that. You're like a wisdom-y thing.
16 and then +4.
Oh! Unnatural 20 might be good, I would say so.
It's kind of a wisdom thing.
Do
It's
I
a
just
wise.
like grab her hair and be like,
So,
no.
so your friend is immediately getting the enemy sparkle eyes. The
Oh, sugar boo.
you hear the yeah, she's adjusting the
I
ladies.
see something jumping because of heart palpitation.
And you realize that whatever this gal's doing here, she's incognito for she's screaming incognito noir style sitting here. She's got the trench coat and the collar pulled up, so to speak.
Non manta deal. Non.
Now we're Spanish.
Which kind of orc are you? All of them. From the 4 corners.
Blended.
Maybe this orc is actually possessed by a multilingual spirit from another
He
dimension.
A cunning
he does
linguist.
worship the god of knowledge. Foreign knowledge. Not carnal, because he's celibate.
Are you?
I don't think I ever said that.
Well, you haven't acted in the opposite yet.
I
so.
mean, I get green with us.
That's true.
That is not an aversion to cauliflower.
That
Oh,
maybe
it was
he's
Lisa.
just picky. Just picky.
Yes.
Discerning.
So you basically can tell this woman, because you don't know this woman too well, but you're picking up all the cues from her body language. She does not want to be recognized. It's just that
the whole
she
hand
can't.
in front of his face going,
With
She
the
just can't help
muffling of the sound, she's
Yes.
doing like a nervous tick with her
But
lute.
yeah, exactly. She
It is
has
a
to
comfort
practice.
item.
It's exactly. She does it out of
you
reaction.
don't see me.
So are you going to stop her from going there and announcing your
Yes,
presence?
I have like, whoop, do not scream out, do not
Okay.
pass go, do not collect 200
As
rupees.
the cleric gets handsy on you, as your precious is in front of you.
No.
It would be
I
so
said
cute
no.
to just
Hey,
sneak up to
baby,
her and
how
say,
you doing?
I said no.
Guess
Trust
who?
in the wisdom.
I mean, just because there was that
You
one
don't
time-
want to seem too needy.
Charisma trumps
Yes.
wisdom every time.
Oh, I've got some.
Don't be that girl.
I have not set her a carrier
You're not-
vision every day. I feel like I've been doing pretty good.
Every day.
It's
This is
all
the next- this is 6
cat
hours later.
Singing telegram.
Don't be clanging.
It's a singing me, Graham. Boom!
Don't be singing.
Bardic strippergram.
No, I lifted the robes all the way up.
I
Guess
like
what? The
big
clothes
butts.
are all an illusion.
You other bots can't do that. The bot walks in with an idiot.
So are you going to like
In
attempt
your
to strain out to go see, or are you going to accept the cleric's wisdom?
I would do anything for my other members of my troop. I'm going to listen to my troop member.
Okay.
Also, I remember a certain occasion at a certain bar last month when I made some choices that were ones that our cleric suggested I didn't make. And that farmer is still
I gave her the decision
angry.
out of fairness.
No,
Do I get an inspiration?
You get it. Well, do you have a?
I do, fairness.
You do? Then yes, you do get inspiration.
Uh-huh.
And besides, no one holds the bard accountable. That's where half dragons come from.
Oh, nice.
That's where half
And
Gene
anyways,
comes
That's
from.
where half anything
Listen,
comes from.
everyone knows that the bard is the slut of the D&D world. And I'm not slut shaming. I'm not.
Bard's gotta love with her. Bard's gotta love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a ferret. If they don't love, they die.
So what are you
Is
gonna?
that true about ferrets?
Yeah, female ferrets. If they don't mate, they die.
Aww.
That's why you have to get
That's
them fixed.
terrible.
Their biology sucks, but then again, they also do it like rabbits, so it's okay.
More ferrets, actually.
Yeah.
But when they're in the wild, but if you have a ferret, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Well, that's
you
why you
always
get
get
them
them fixed.
Yeah. That in some states it's the law.
Yes, because if they escape, they
You have
fail.
ferrets everywhere.
What is
You
my
have
tongue
ferrets
doing?
in the
I
sewer.
don't know, now you're Russian.
My palate is like soft and malleable, and
And
it's trying to
deep
decide what
and
it
dark.
wants.
And Lisa says, every time you open your mouth, it's a new language.
I know. Oh no. Like we should take a shot every time you change the leg. But I know I have to
We
drive.
can't do
At
it now.
some point.
Yeah, next time.
Next time, we'll
Next
start
time we
early.
have to take a drink every time he changes accents.
Okay, good.
Okay, so what do you tell her? Is you restrained her to not follow her heart, but to follow her friendship?
My instinct is telling me my holy symbol is growing hot. I don't like this.
Oh.
I hate when my holy symbol goes hot.
I really hate it when my holy
Sigil gets hot.
yes. Also, Lisa is totally in favor of the shots every time Cody changes
Woohoo!
accents.
New drinking game. Next time we meet. Yeah.
We love you.
You'll have to
Yeah.
you will have to
Thank
remind
you.
us. Tune in on time and remind me. 'Cause I will get like, oh god, I'm gonna go through like.
We'll get the
No,
tequila
there's a
rose or something.
there is a cutoff because some of us have
Yes,
to work
yes.
hella
Because
early
it is
in
a
the
work
morning.
night, so maybe that would be like a special impromptu weekend. We sleep
Yeah.
on
That'll
the
be
couch.
like a long game sort of special.
Yes, that would be.
The drunken sessions.
If we're gonna do that, y'all ain't driving home.
No, but I
that's
got a
what we're
futon.
that's what we're saying is
I've
you
got
not
a
going
big
home.
thick sleeping bag I can bring over.
Yay.
I'll just have to remember it and like.
Or we can do this.
Pajama party
We
D&D.
can do this where?
Ooh, sausage! Someone's gonna join the sausage with me.
What'd you say, Evie?
We can do that next time I'm out there visiting.
Please.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, that would be awesome.
D&D
Perfect.
sleepover party.
Bring your air mattress. I've got the futon. All right.
So what do you tell her when you restrain her and you hold her back about your hot, glowing, magic holy symbol?
She puts me off. I don't know what she's doing here, but I doubt it is something that would in her favor.
She gets a sour note in your ear.
Oh no, I'm tone deaf to her. The gods have helped me avoid this allure.
In faith, I do not love thee with mine eyes, for they in thee 1,000 arrows know. But 'tis my heart who loves what they despise, who in despite of you of these dote.
And apparently, at that exact moment comes the fighter with the rogue spouting poetry.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I should have
Since she stepped into the scene, I might as well throw her into it.
right.
So
Okay,
so
good.
so you look over her shoulder and see that they're coming in. They're far away, so it's still you guys. But he's definitely telling you to not announce your presence.
Right. So we're gonna blend into the shadows
Okay.
of the hall or tribe.
Like you guys can blend.
Yeah, I'm like,
shadows.
We're gonna
But
try.
by the way, you're going to be at disadvantage. You both can roll stealth because remember you were being loud and verbose and out there.
Can't I just perform my way as if I'm like a normal person?
I'll give you perform.
All right. Can I
I
be?
don't
So
know.
you'll like immediately pick up a platter and act like you're.
Yes.
Yes, you can do that. That was a great roll. Was that your actual roll?
It can be. That can be my roll. That was a 12. Good. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Solid.
So would you have a bonus for
Well,
performance? I think
Yes,
you
I
do.
do. I have a 5. So 17.
17.
I'm carrying the platter.
So immediately you go from.
What are we rolling here?
Are you?
Performance.
She's rolling performance to act like she's one of the staff. You could roll a stealth if you like.
I have waited tables. I'm a bard. All bards learn how to wait tables.
It's their backup plan.
It's part of their training.
It is.
So what are you rolling?
I'll go with stealth. These robes muffle sounds.
What did you get?
Hi, it was a 12.
Was it
Stealth?
12?
Yeah, well, it's 11 plus 1.
Well, it's a good thing that's good enough against your passive perception.
Okay, good.
It helps though because these robes muffle sound.
So you can crack wind all night long.
They're not
I do
coordinated.
often.
So
Obviously,
you immediately
I'm an
grab a
orc.
platter and act like staff, and you join the little line going
Yes.
to the kitchen.
But
you
not
know,
doing the conga.
Taking
as the cleric
bread.
just like blends in with the
I
background.
become smoke. Ooh la la la.
nice
And,
performance.
Thank you.
and you see one of the sheriff's friends, his lady friends, come down the little stairs, come up and hand her a note, whisper in her ear. She gives her a note, so they exchange notes, and the girl goes upstairs. And she basically takes the note, puts it inside her lute, pulls out the playing card she had, and she basically puts the lute around her shoulder, and you can tell she's getting her incognito on to head out.
She's involved.
I do the one.
You slept with.
I was expecting this reveal would be so different. Like her revealing herself to be evil in front of you and breaking your heart. Instead, it's just this really slutty scene where you're all red-faced.
Couldn't if I tried.
Why does bad nay taste so good?
Well, the forbidden fruits of all
I
existence.
don't know. What is the half-elf term here?
Punani?
Punani? Puelfi?
Puelfi.
Puelfi?
I don't know.
I don't know.
She's just a bad cupcake.
But the icing's been licked off.
Boys, what you gonna do?
That's right.
It's that whole bardish twining of tongues. You can't help
Oh
it.
my gosh, listen.
It's like watching
Okay,
Neon
so
Flux back in
she's trying
MTV
to
days.
sneak out right now. Is that correct?
She is skulking and packing up. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And
Flux.
do we see
Neon
them?
Flux, the old MTV days.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
does Violet and I see?
What are you, Violet? What is your passive perception? It'll be on your character sheet under your skills. It should be 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh, that's good to know.
Because
I did
I'll
not
be
write that in.
happy to stop
That's why I
her.
figured to say just in case anyone didn't have it written down.
Does anybody have a pencil?
Yes, I do.
10 plus my wisdom modifier,
Yeah. How wise are you?
0.
So you're at 10. Kelly, what's your passive perception?
11.
Oh my
She
god!
got one! Yes! I'm not
All of a sudden, it must be because she was
She
flustered.
tripped and fell.
She must have
broke
been.
a string on her
She
lute.
must have been up too late last night because as soon as she pulls her incognito on and starts to get up and takes a step, her cloak gets caught on the table. All you ladies know that how a bench will just catch your skirt or
Yeah.
Or your cloak.
yeah, or your
Yep.
kilt. And immediately she takes like that half step you think you have,
Oh.
and then all of a sudden the cloak, because she's got it clasped pretty tightly, pulls her back by a foot.
Ooh.
And she like slides back to have like a loud plop into the bench. Her magical lute comes slipping off and goes on the floor, making this sound that just echoes, and all eyes are at her, and her clasp has come undone, her cloak has fallen down, her tresses broke loose of their binding, so her hair is flaring out, and everyone can see that it's her.
And the note fell?
No,
It was in the loop.
It's in the lute. The lute fell.
How far
Yeah.
away am I from all of this?
You're acting as staff. How far away did you get? You're within 30 feet. I mean, you're
Can
within.
I rush over and help her up?
I'm gonna rush over and help her up too.
Oh,
Question.
You saw it, so you
It's
can...
amazing you half elves all back up each other.
Yeah, we
Question. Thaumaturgy
Mm-hmm.
is like a really intense, like, deception.
No.
No? What
No,
is it?
no,
Or is it
it's-
just like...
Thaumaturgy, you can do certain things like
certain
you can.
effects.
You can, if a window or a door is unlatched, you can cause it to open or shut.
So it can't, like, replicate...
No, but what you can do is you can make, if you were to...
You can make sounds and...
You can make, but you can also make your voice 3 times louder.
Or you can look toward her fingers in the book.
Yes, I read it
does a
before
bunch
and I
of
didn't
really
remember.
cool things.
It's subtle, and you can, like, change the colors of certain things.
Thaumaturgy on any church day is the shit.
See, I used to change my eye colors, and I used to
Make
do...
things glow.
Yeah, I used to make the glowy
Swirly,
smoke in the
swirly.
balls, for entertain children with it.
By the way, hey
Use it
Mark.
as-
Mark from
Hi,
Tucson
Mark.
Games and Gadgets.
Hey!
Hello!
On Broadway
yeah.
or in the Tucson Mall.
Yes,
Mhm.
my game store of choice.
By the way, Mark, you should post what the store is doing for May 4th because
May the 4th be with you!
Woohoo!
in Revenge of the 5th.
The Sith, Revenge of the Sith.
There's still a debate whether it's the 5th or the 6th. I take
I know.
both days. I've got Star Wars on the 5th and the 6th, so we'll call it Sithy.
That's both things.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I'm going to run
Okay,
in a
so-
dramatic fashion.
Oh, okay, so you're getting to finish that run you started where you're going to just run to her.
Yeah.
You think she's hurt.
Well, I actually
she
just
witnessed
Now
trust-
you,
the whole-
now you have a ulterior motive.
She, as I say, she just witnessed the whole thing.
So you're running too? You from your
Yes.
direction?
I'm going
There's
to.
this weird half-elf thing going. As
Are you okay?
as our clerk is preparing a
Mademoiselle.
thaumaturgy. What do
I'm
you
going
think?
to
you
use.
alright?
No?
I was thinking about it.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to use some performance skills
Okay.
to do sort of a Cyrano to Bergerac while handing the loot from the ground.
You don't need to for performance because people expect this from you. She expects this from you.
All right.
I'll give you advantage just because you spent a night with her. That's investment.
All right.
You've invested time into this relationship.
So 22.
Okay.
And while they're doing that, I'm running over there to help pick her up.
Okay.
I hand the loot to my fellow half-elf. My dear friend, please ascertain that nothing untoward or unexpected has befallen this loot. You must make sure every inch of it is intact. My dearest boon companion, my darling bard, I knew that you would care most for your loot more than yourself, but rest assured that it's you that I love most in this instance, and I just, my heart broke at the mere thought. Are you all right?
I'm gonna stealth
And
get the...
she's blushing. We're talking like anime pink blushing.
Like
the
bloody
blush upon
nose.
blush
Yeah.
upon blush. Of she's just distracted by how much
embarrassed.
you care about her and the fact that, wow, she blew that stealth roll like nobody's
She
business.
did.
Speaking of stealth rolls,
I handed
Ah.
the loot off to my partner.
And you're giving her your distraction,
I
so
wasn't
you will get
actually rolling.
advantage.
I was just...
You rolled that roll. I saw that come out of your hand. It rolled.
No, I wasn't ready to release at the time.
That's what she
Are
said.
you fucking kidding me?
Oh.
No fail. I mean, I failed, but no
No,
critical
you didn't
fail.
fail. You just rolled really low, and anyone with a passive
8.
perception of
I'm
8
sorry,
or higher
excuse me,
sees
9.
you.
9.
9. Okay,
It's
so,
a 9.
so the only people that did not see you were the people who had used wisdom as their dump stat.
Yeah.
Well, I am obviously inspecting it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I told her to inspect every inch
so
of it.
so she
Ugh.
is busy looking at you. She's not noticing what's going on. So what are you doing that everyone in the hall is seeing you do? By the way, you're pulling the note
I'm
out.
actually turning it over, looking. What I'm really trying to do is get the paper out.
Get
because I
the
can hear
paper
it.
to shuffle out.
Yeah.
Shake
Okay.
it out.
So
Shake,
like,
shake
shake
it
it
out.
out.
so obviously people can tell you're not the musical inclined type because you're kind of special with it.
beat the. It's a drum, right?
It's
Let me beat the drum.
Wait.
Where do you put your mouth and blow?
I need this B to be flat, so I smash it, right?
Into the hole. Hello.
How to
like,
make music, please?
you like.
Thank God you rolled on your performance, so you're actually able
Okay,
to work
Google,
through
how do
this.
you work?
As at one point, yes, the note obviously comes fluttering out.
Okay, now can I grab a quick, like, what would that be, acrobatics to do it?
That
Like,
no, that would be a stealth to do without someone seeing.
to grab it.
in a nonchalant kind of way. But what are the other two doing? They need
Would
to
that
do
be
something.
advantage too, since I'm...
No, since you're being special. But we need to don't release yet. It's not catch and release. Catch, not release. So what is Violet doing?
I went over there to help pick her up, and I'm kind of insinuating myself between.
Oh, so you're helping the rogue even better by being a body block of, let me help you up, little one.
Yes, that's good.
Dusting her off,
Yeah.
dusting the ground off of her.
Okay, and what is our cleric doing? What is
While
Blain
everyone
doing?
else is elsewise distracted, I'm gonna kind of slink around the edge of the room.
Okay,
and
because
get
you did
better
stealth into the
vantage.
background.
Yes.
So you're
And I'm
basically,
just going to watch from here for now.
so you've got this like nonchalant overwatch area where it looks like you're being pious against some stained glass, and you're actually just like looking. Give me a perception or an insight roll, depending on what you're wanting to see. If you're wanting to figure something out, or if you're wanting to see something that can be spotted. You tell me what you roll.
I'm going to roll insight.
Okay, because that's a wisdom one, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's one that you're actually able to be good at.
Yes.
16.
Immediately, while you're sitting back and doing the insight of watching this whole escapades going on of the rogue being weird with an instrument, your bard friend pouring her heart out like you knew she would have if she ran over to the bar in the first place, because you're buying what she's selling here. The whole playing into it, you're like, oh man, this is why I stopped in the first time.
Yeah, clinging.
And the fighters picking her up with barely effort by the butt and putting her down on the bench back where she was. You're noticing the sheriff's girlfriend taking the note. She kind of glances at what's going on, but she's kind of like hurrying up the stairs, sort of that point where she like slips and misses a step or two because she's in such a hurry to get up there.
How tightly? Wait. Okay.
It's the little spiral types.
But like, how tightly is she holding this note?
Oh, she has the note like right to her breast, both hands clenching it. It would take a monumental strength roll to pry it from her girlish grasp.
Or Violet.
Or Violet.
Her pinky.
Oh, thank you. Oh my god.
So did you miss the note?
No,
No,
I haven't
she
rolled
hasn't.
yet.
Her first was to nonchalantly get it out.
Oh.
That was her skill. Not all of you were getting a turn.
There are
based.
two notes.
Oh.
There were two notes.
Yeah.
One, they
They
exchanged
exchanged notes. So the
She's
sheriff's
taking a
girlfriend
note
gave
to
her
the
a note,
sheriff.
and she gave a note to the orc.
Okay.
It's
We
a
don't-
separate communique.
We don't know if it's for the sheriff. It could
Yeah,
be that
right.
the women may be plotting to overtake the town. You never
Yeah,
know.
right.
Which is, we'll get
How
behind that.
close am I?
The clitoral council. I did it before you drank
But
because I care about my books and your computer and my computer over here.
Lord, grant me the strength
Hey, it's a thing. It's
and
a
the bladder control.
The clitoral council is a very powerful force for good.
So
good
you're
and good
so
and
you're
good.
so you're taking this whole overview and as you
They've
notice
got to
as you're
flick through
looking
their
around
problems.
with your insight, you see there's one other person taking in this whole room too.
Is it the sheriff?
No, it's the steward who's over in the corner, almost like you are kind of into the background, leaning heavily on his staff of authority and with his eyes kind of like half down, like he's just resting his eyes, but he's actually taking in everything with his steely gaze. Interestingly enough, he's taking in your group as well. You know, the whole scene.
The whole shenanigans.
The whole enchilada.
Scene.
The clitoral council doesn't want the enchilada.
Not usually.
We like tacos.
I was gonna say it's more of a Taco Tuesday.
But today's Wednesday,
Fish tacos.
so what's it about?
Okay, so you're noticing he's doing the same thing you are. Must be this whole wise thing.
Guacamole.
Oh,
Waka waka.
guacamole, and guacamole.
Okay, so go ahead and now it's your turn to take that stealth roll that you've been dying to take that I made you wait for. It's gotta be good!
yeah, that would be a 20. How this is stealth? Okay, yeah, that would be a 20 total.
So immediately this letter, you're like, where's the note? Where's the note? And this paper
What's it
comes
in?
out, and immediately the note like disappears under her boot. She like does this, sticks it to her boot, and sticks it in the cuff of her other boot with her foot. She's that good.
Nice.
Sticky toes?
That's good. I will will be, meanwhile, composing an ode to the beauty of the cuffs of her pants.
Okay, and it is 8 o'clock. So unfortunately, some of us have to go to Betty by time here shortly. So to speed things up,
Cody.
Oh, I got homework to work on until midnight. Because college, everybody.
Hey.
I'm receiving phone calls.
oh, see, it's his homework calling to tell him to get to his homework.
Yes.
So we can clue him in, or you can watch the Facebook live not live. That she basically is eating this up. She rolled a 12 to her insight. Your performance was so good, she's eating this up.
Academy.
She's realizing,
Award.
wow, what was going to be a passing of the time is actually becoming something real.
Oh no.
Something real. The type of thing that a woman of her station could only dream that could happen.
Oh dear.
Oh.
She only hopes that this dream is not a dream, but the reality she wakes up to. Because if anything was to break this dream, it would ruin her belief in the good things in the universe.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I mean,
But then all of a sudden she gets this like stop moment, like wait, and she kind of looks at you. Her misty eye clears up, and she's like, "Where's my lute?" And she immediately
Here it is.
Okay, she takes the lute and she's, I. She just reaches out and just touches. I have to go. I have a thing. It's 3 a.m. And she grabs the lute and she kind of like politely rushes off with her boots clinking on the cobblestones of the castle.
I almost want to say, like, if we had like a scrap of paper, just like with something fake on it. You know,
Just
so
stick your
you-
hand up my rope.
I think you dropped this.
you have a map.
You want me to go to the X in the map? Okay.
Not gonna give her the stinky map.
The cheese map.
Is this map smelling all day boots? Just because it's a 24-hour boot doesn't mean you actually wear it for 24 hours.
Oh my god.
Careful typing, you never know what'll come up when you're laughing like that.
Oh my god.
So,
yes.
so you had the note in your boot because you're like a ninja there.
Uh-huh.
You watch her going off and you realize that girl got it for you bad.
Oh, goodness. Well,
And
hopefully she's not actually evil.
Blain has absorbed the room of your spiritual counselor is giving you the look.
Can I use guidance on another player?
Yes, you can.
It's a spell. It's actually exactly how you're supposed to use it.
You're supposed to use it.
What does guidance do?
It's a spell that gives you, I think it's 1d4
To your next
to
ability
your next
check.
check. Yeah.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Basically, the powers that be are guiding your way, so
Yeah.
you're better at achieving.
So the next insight roll should give me some guidance. Oh my god.
Alright, well, on that
So,
note,
you guys basically have relaxed. You've gotten to recoup. Does anyone tell, by the way, the steward that the gnome is missing?
Yeah, we should tell him.
Does anyone want to report a missing?
That he's really not in town.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to report to the sheriff that there's a missing gnome?
No.
No.
Okay. So you guys basically tell the steward the gnome is missing. He is very. Don't forget to check if you have inspiration.
Yeah. Boy.
that's why I got a pencil.
You need to borrow a pencil.
Yes, where are all
The steward is actually very. The steward is actually very concerned that the gnome is missing because remember they had that little bonding moment earlier
That's true.
where they were getting all intellectual and stuff.
That's true.
So he's actually very concerned and basically he's asking, what do you think happened to him? God bless you.
Thank you.
He's actually quite concerned.
Can someone text me and let me know what happens in the last couple minutes?
Well, we're wrapping up right now.
I know.
So, and then you guys
Yeah.
basically are spreading out to you. You can each tell me what you do for the rest of the day, or if you want to pick up right here next time.
Yes.
In 2 weeks at 6 o'clock on Wednesday, Pacific Standard Time.
Pick up.
Woo! Yay!
Yay!
Pick up right here.
Okay.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
weeks. I'll be in
$2.
town.
Now you
Bye.
Oh.
Ooh.
Pull on it. Oh.
So thank you everybody for watching. My phone's got low battery. Look, it's Facebook Live Inception. We gotta wait a couple
Okay,
seconds.
I'll see you Saturday.
Actually, mine stopped playing when it said. Okay, never mind. Maybe next time.
I'm proud of you.
I would wish. But, right, love you everybody.
Love you. Bye. And that's a good place to wrap it up there.
Good night.
you,
unlocked?
to you, and you, and you. Goodbye.
Do you want this?
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And remember, be careful out there. There be dragons about. Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And remember, be careful out there. There be dragons about.
Okay. I would-
Evie, that was excellent manipulation of peoples and space and objects.
And she caught me.
She
And
did.
I caught you.
Yes. Most distracting.
Use my pulse to block the road.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We
I'm
have
so
this
sneezy.
group bamboozled.
Yes.
Oh, apparently.
Bamboozled!
And the fact that she rolled a 1 to her stealth,
Oh
how
my
long could I have
God.
played it on? That she's possibly an agent for the sheriff, or she works for whoever the sheriff works for.
It's magic. I look forward
Oh
to
my
finding
God.